Emsolation is recorded on the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri people, the first storytellers of this country. We pay our respects to elders past and present and to any First Nations peoples listening. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
Hey lovelies, it's producer Benjamin here, just dropping in to remind you that Em's new stand-up show Addicted to Love is now on sale, and hot tip, Brisbane, you get the gold star because the tickets for Em's show at QPAC on the 22nd of August are selling out the fastest around the country. She's also doing the Adelaide Cabaret Festival for 3 shows June 5, 6 and 7 with her full band at the Dunstan Playhouse, and also Newcastle, Thirroul, Melbourne, Sydney and Perth. You need to get your act together to get your tickets. Come on, Perth, what are you doing? Em hasn't been there forever. I want you to buy those tickets at His Majesty's ASAP. You can, of course, just click the link in our description or just go to mrussiano.com to the tour section for all the info. You'll also get the chance to join our premium service Extra if you click the link in the description or go to emsolation.supercast.com and get 2 bonus episodes every week. Plus, you can watch the episodes and get other treats, discounts and perks too. All right, with Em off sick, our guest today has appeared in shows like Hating Alison Ashley, Sisters, the original Chris Lilley's We Can Be Heroes, Apple Cider Vinegar, and most famously for Emsolators as Cheryl, the makeup artist on Michael's TV series The Newsreader. She's now starring in the new Aussie black comedy Birthright, which is in cinemas today. It is a darkly twisted tale about a disillusioned generation and their chase for the success of their baby boomer parents. Please welcome Michael in conversation with the delightful Maria Angelico.
You're in Emsolation.
Welcome and hello. And she is a writer, a singer, a stand-up, a newsreader, I was about to say. No, she's not that. A maximalist power queen and a neurodivergent magic brain, and she is sick at home in bed. And so because of that, you have me. But you also are in for an incredible treat because when Em was unwell, I went to my address book and I looked in the Italian goddess section, and there, nestled between Stephanie Germanotta and Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone, sat Maria Gloria Grace Angelico. Such a good name. Such a good name.
Amen.
No one was holding back. I love it.
That's the best
Maria and she is a writer of stage and screen, not a singer, as she just discussed, which is why she gravitates towards Jasmine as a Disney princess, because Jasmine didn't have as many musical numbers. Can sing, though.
I try,
when called
but
upon.
No one wants to listen.
But you would know her as an actress, star of stage and screen in... Actually, when you go back so many iconic series, stretching back to iconic shows such as We Can Be Heroes, which we are going to play a clip from, and then Sisters, where I met Maria, and of course The Newsreader, where she played makeup artist Cheryl. But it's a very exciting time for fans of Maria Gloria Grace Angelico because today marks the release of, actually, I don't know this, is it? It's definitely your first lead in a film. Is it also your first feature film?
No. I did Hating Alison Ashley when I was a teenager.
Oh, so
Deadwood.
timely.
Yeah.
So timely.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing.
My first lead in a feature.
Your first lead in a feature. And that film is called Birthright. And I think it's better that you go into this not knowing too much about what's going to happen because a lot of shit goes down. But let's have a look at the trailer.
Mum, Dad.
How did you get in?
Mum, it's me, your son.
What are you doing here?
We were wondering if we could, stay here. Maybe it'd be better for the baby.
Oh, that's it.
When I was 20 years old, I bought this house, and it was nothing. I built this life.
Oh, sometimes my parents want to be a bit too involved.
We appreciated what we had. And then bit by bit, we turned one jacket, one jumper, into a whole house.
2 investment properties.
How much longer do you think you'll be staying for? How many nights?
Should have bought years ago.
Yes, Dad, I know.
This is a shakedown. You're never gonna leave.
So important to have family support. Kids take everything you've got. And then a little bit more. think we don't know what you're doing. We know exactly what's going on. It's a game. So let's play.
I just want to go home.
Stop! We can't leave. This is my family.
I knew about this quite early because I knew a few people that were auditioning for it and I was really jealous of it, which is always an excellent sign because everyone really wanted the roles.
That makes me feel really good.
Yeah, they did. And I remember sometimes this happens because if you've got a lot of friends that are actors, there's certain things come up and when they get together, they're all like, or actually, it's probably easier to talk to me about it than other actors because, like, the other actors could be a competition. I don't know this. I'm just spitballing now.
As an actor, we don't talk about the
Yeah.
roles. It's not in a competitive way, but just in like you don't ever want to. I don't know. You don't want to. It's like let's keep it as friends.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're helping each other read for an audition, you might talk about it.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
no, I get.
You're always kind of like you're probably going for that, or unless you think someone should go for an audition for some show and they're not. You go, you should audition for this.
Yeah.
But usually kind of
particularly if
don't
you're
talk about
speaking
it.
to an actor that you know is not going to be in the category that you've auditioned.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I think what got me was people would say, oh, it's a black comedy already, tick, 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 because it's the genre that I love most of all. And they're like, it's kind of about a younger couple and they're having a baby and they can't get into the housing market. In fact, they've been evicted and they have to move back in with his boomer parents. And it all goes a bit like War of the Roses, only cross-generational. And which is such a good sign, I had that moment of like, oh, I wish I thought of that one. Because it's
it's really clever.
It's really clever.
It's a tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time and a tale that, I mean, a tale as old as time, but also incredibly timely, like right at this exact very moment. Not just,
crazy.
But also the budget came down and they trying to take away negative gearing.
It's insane.
And it's like the war has begun again.
Yeah. The budget came out. We had like a preview Q&A screening at a few indie cinemas around Melbourne. And it came out the night that we had these screenings. So it was just like it just felt so timely. It was
So
crazy.
timely. But it really surprises me how much there are a lot of loud voices, boomers mostly, going hard, like talking about what an outrage this is, that this is being changed. And am I right in thinking Andrew Bolt commented?
Thanks, Andrew.
Birthright. His writer and director complains that baby boomers are holding on to wealth with such an iron grip that it's crippling the economy.
They did a whole segment about Birthright, this film, and it was amazing. He had guests on that they were discussing, like he was saying the banner at the bottom of the little segment was left-wing film encourages entitlement. But he clearly hadn't seen the film because it's really... Yes, it's about how messed up the housing crisis is and the cost of living and intergenerational wealth and entitlement.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's so much more than that. All the characters are they've got their own flaws, and he clearly hadn't seen the film. But the best part was it's like the best promotion we've had.
Oh, amazing.
All the comments, everyone's like, if Andrew Bolt hates this is a movie for me.
Yeah.
Even Madman Entertainment, who are distributing the film, have reposted his clip as promotional material, and it's going viral.
What an own goal.
So good.
But also, thank you, Andrew. And
Thank you, Andrew, yeah.
It is, I would go so far as to say if there's something that you walk away from, it's literally sort of anti-entitlement. That's the whole premise of the film.
The film is like a cautionary tale. It's all about entitlement and being raised expecting to have this life that your parents had, and every character, even my character who's kind of a different class and not of the class of the family, she's even entitled in her own way, and it's a comedy, but it's also a tragedy. It's not
very much so.
Yeah, so it's really interesting, and I just
and it really goes there as well. You, I feel like you don't want to say too much more other than just the setup, and then see what happens.
Yes.
There's also a matriarch who is played. You have your in-laws who you are forced to live with, and the mum is played by Linda Cropper, who people would know well, I know mostly as Geraldine from Offspring.
Yeah, our own Linda Cropper. Yeah.
And Linda Cropper, what an icon. I mean, and also so funny, but for some reason I feel like doesn't often get the chance to show, like, she is dry as hell and it's like acid. It's so appealing, and Maria gets so many great moments, like face to face with Linda Cropper.
She's amazing. It's almost like she doesn't know how funny she is. Like, she would just throw these lines out while we were shooting and kind of be like, oh yeah, is that okay? And we're all like, oh my God. Like, she was like diva. Like, she was so sharp and so dry. She's a comedic genius. I think she's incredible. And I loved all the scenes I had with her, particularly like the one-on-one scenes. Yeah,
there's one scene in particular. Are you doing like contour makeup on her? Oh my God.
I'm giving her a makeover.
I died. I was just having said I didn't want to spoil anything. There is a bit where Maria puts contour makeup and then they end up in this really, I won't go into what the conversation is, but they're having quite a moment and Linda's performing it all with the beginnings of, like, you know, that weird stage that contour makeup goes
kind of like a TikTok contour. It was amazing. She was so great. Like, she did not flinch. She did not laugh. Like, she's staunch. She's amazing. She's
she is probably, I think, the coolest person I have ever met in my life.
Down.
Yeah, everything about her, the way she lives her life, her attitude about things. She's so unbothered by things that people in the public eye might normally be bothered with.
And she kind of throws away these like crazy stories of her youth where you're like, oh my God, you're the coolest person I've ever met. And she's like, oh yeah, it's just, you know, it's just a thing.
And she's never like, even though she's so talented and so stunningly beautiful and always has been, she's never sort of courted stardom in the ways. Like, she would not be like, I mean, she might go to the Logies, but she's not going to. No, in fact, I don't even know that she ever did.
For that.
Too cool.
She's, which I'm definitely.
Oh, nor am I. That's why I respect it.
But she's like, even with like all our, you know, our premiere in Sydney, she's kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. She's so chill about it all.
So chill.
She's amazing.
But she's also actually been such a quiet mainstay the whole time. Like, weirdly, the other day I was doing a lot of research into the stage show of Amadeus, you know, the Mozart thing, and I was like reading the Wikipedia
That's
entry.
really cool.
And then I'm looking at it and it's like, and then, you know, the debut Australian version, and she played the female lead in that. Like, she pops up everywhere
She's
in
done
all of these.
everything.
She's done everything.
She's done everything. I know, I was really nervous when I got the role. I was like, the film is pretty much set in one house and it's 4 actors, basically. And I was like, if we don't get along, this is going to be a really hard shoot. Like, I really hope, you know, and there's a actor playing my husband, Travis Jeffrey, and then you've got the boomer parents, which is Linda and Michael Hurst. And I think I'd met Linda briefly, but I hadn't really, and I'd done chemistry tests with Travis, but I was like, this is such a confined shoot. It's so, it's just, I hope we all get along. And it was like such a dream. And I hate when people say that about a shoot because you're like, yeah, whatever. But it really was. Like, she's so fucking cool. Michael Hurst is honestly, he's from Hercules. I don't know if you ever watched Hercules. He played like the sidekick, and he's like, you know, of that older generation, and he was so fun, like not jaded at all. Like in between takes, he'd be like, we're making a movie. And I'd be like, oh my God, I love you. Like, he was just so fun and so active. And like, Travis is heaven. It was just like, it could have been bad. It could have been really, and you know, Zoe Pepper, our amazing director-writer, like, you know, she sometimes would be like, okay, the youngies here and the oldies there. And I'm like, but they would just cop it. They were like, yeah, sure, fine. Like, they just had so much fun with it.
It must be weird adjusting to being like suddenly playing the parents of adults and everything. I bet it creeps up real fast.
I mean, I'm in it. I'm like, every character I play, I'm like, oh, mom, I'm pregnant.
That's so funny.
Like, you hit 30 and then they're like, she's got, like, I've done auditions where they're like, she's got a young teenage kid. I'm like, I can't be cast as that. And then I do the math. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
It's
a nightmare. So, my husband's film, they're all like teenagers. He cast real teenagers. And then we were hanging out with some of them. And at one point they said, hey, yeah, did you know, like, my mum's like the same age as you, Michael? And I was like, she must have started having kids pretty young. And they eyeballed me and said, 30? And it was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I think I have age dysphoria. I think COVID did it. I don't know. Like, I feel like I hang out with
That's interesting. Because you know what? I was thinking about you generationally because I was thinking, okay, so and the film, it doesn't boil down this way.
I'm really young.
But it like you could sum up the film as millennials versus boomers. Like, I mean, it's more complicated than that, but that I can understand why people would say that. But then I was a bit like, hang on, is Maria Z or millennial? But you know what I've decided? I think you are millennial, but like Z rising.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm a millennial son with a Z rising. And then like, maybe like...
A bit of... You do have some X in you as well in funny ways.
I have some Gen X placements,
yeah,
for sure. And then I'd like to say like... Maybe like an alpha moon, just for fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no, I can see it. Yeah. But I feel like once you get into the... I am weirdly a bit too obsessed with generational differences. And I feel like with the generations from X down, it's kind of often it's a bit defined by where you sat in terms of the evolution of the internet.
Yes.
And so millennials famously were like the first generation that were really like claiming social media and everything like that. And so if you're going to bag out a millennial, you're going to be bag out like the cliche would be you've taken a picture of autumn leaves and put it on.
Oh yeah, with like a pigeon toe and like standing like this and like I did lots of like.
But see, you, I feel like actually, in terms of how you're online, it's actually closer to Z because it's always like looking for the little bit of like, yeah, I'm posting, but I'm looking at things sideways and off center in the way that Z does.
Oh my God, thank you.
I
like to think that I'm relevant. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm definitely like. Millennial, like I was definitely like I had MySpace. I was like, but I never got really like I wasn't a Tumblr girl. I was too busy like drinking and smoking and like being a skank to be online.
And that's a bit of X about you.
Oh yeah, maybe that too.
That's your dash of X.
I partied a lot in my youth.
I'm technically X, but it's weird because
you're cusp.
I'm and also there's a micro generation which I fully believe in called Xennial.
Okay. Do you want to talk us through that?
Yes. So Xennials are born between like 78 and 82. And the reason why they earn, and I believe they earn it, their own micro-generation is because like sometimes when people talk about the difference between Generation X and Millennial, they're like, well, like when you were young, we like, was it Nirvana or Britney that you're listening to? And the answer for me is like both. But I feel like what's precise about Xennials is that we had pretty much analog childhood, and then right at the point we were getting towards the end of school is when the internet came in, and it's really specific. It's a really specific, whereas most true X's didn't get the internet until their adulthood, and then most true millennials just had the internet through their teens, whereas we're like...
I think it's a class thing as well. Like I was like a poor teenager, so like we had like one computer that I just shared with all my siblings, and it was like very like, it wasn't like I didn't have the access to be chronically online. So I had to just smoke ciggies and like hang out on the street. So I think I avoided that a bit as well.
I just had like, we had our school library that had the one computer with the internet that was really slow dial up, but then I left that. So high school, and I was the nerd that did make the booking in the library to spend lunchtime checking out the internet.
Of course you were.
And then just hoping that it was going to be a fast day on the internet because otherwise like 15 minutes at a time would just be all of that noise.
The dial-up.
Yeah, but then I went to uni and they had the full like lab with all of it, and it was like overnight it just suddenly became this thing.
Yeah.
But you're a pan-generational.
I love that. I like to think that I am that. Look, and for casting as well. I can play everyone.
In my mind, it's deeply confronting the notion that you would have children that are older than a baby, even though I think I have written you in... Hang on, have I? I've written you getting married.
You've written me getting married. I don't think you've written me pregnant.
No, not yet. No, and it could only be just pregnant. It could. It's too confronting.
I'm too naive.
In apple cider vinegar,
I did have a baby in that.
You had apple cider, yeah.
Yeah, a baby with a flat head.
You were serving like mum at the school gate energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
I was kind of a toxic mum.
No, you were great, but also it's like, it's not the school. she is a permanent it girl.
I
That's
think
what
I like to think that I'll still be it girl when I'm a mom.
No, that's
if I'm
right.
a mom, I'll still be
married.
really cool.
I have no doubt. Look at Amelia. Look at the host of this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's possible.
Yeah.
And you will define it. Now, I did, speaking of your generational breadth,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple of points in your career that people need to be more aware of.
Okay.
And predominantly, I feel like the world needs reminding or drawing to their attention that in the iconic We Can Be Heroes, with the iconic character of Jemay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so if you are not a subscriber, you cannot see. So what we have here is Maria, aged what age?
I can't. I think like 15 or 16. I was young. I was in school. And actually, my best friend is the other girl there with red hair.
Yes.
Oh.
My best friend. In high school, we auditioned together.
Oh my God.
And they just, you know how we did the audition? They gave us a trashy magazine and they just got us to improvise. And we just talked shit. And they were like, amazing. That was it.
Oh, wow.
And so they cast us both. Yeah.
Your hair is
Bad. It's
well,
really
I'm
bad.
intrigued by it because
really bad.
your hair is definitely a defining characteristic. And early on, I remember because I feel like there's been like 3 distinct stages in terms of when I'm speaking about you to people. This is when you work with like actors over long periods of time. I remember at the first when Maria would come up, it would be like, well, she was in this web series and blah, 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 blah. And then I hit the point where everyone was pretty familiar with Maria, but sometimes if they weren't, or if they were a little bit, hang on, you'd say, do you know she's got this curly hair? And everyone would be like, yes.
Yeah.
And then, but now, by the way, now when I said, oh, Em's sick, but luckily I was able to get a guest in, and then I was asked who, and I said Maria Angelico, and I got a look like, cool. I know, I was pretty happy.
Okay, wow.
But in this, intriguingly, your hair is not curly.
It's shit.
But what's going on there? Did you straighten
just
it?
In my teen years, it was the era of the flat iron. Yeah. I would just burn the shit out of my hair. Also, I had this like crazy, I don't know if it's a mullet, it's layers but to the extreme. It's a really bad haircut. And so I would rock up to set pre-straighten.
Oh, that's
I was like,
dedication.
I want my hair to be curly.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It was a bad phase.
It's a great. Anyway, let's roll because this is a
clip
scene.
will be on the Substack newsletter as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just really caring. Like, she always cares for us and worries about us.
And we'd have to
and,
pay $50 for her to do our maths.
Oh, definitely. She'll definitely win. Why wouldn't she?
Don't be a fucking slut at it. Don't be such a fucking cow. Seriously, like it's no longer funny.
She wins everything anyway.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's in her nature.
Yeah. And if she doesn't win, it's just stupid.
But she will.
So, how much of it was improvised? Was it?
There was no script.
No script.
So no script at all.
Yeah.
I grew up. I was raised. My mum had a great sense of humour.
Yeah.
And we were raised on Christopher Guest films like Spinal Tap, Waiting for Guff and Best in Show, my favourite films. I can recite all of them. And so when the audition came up and it was like, this is an unscripted show, and this was Chris Lilley's first series, so I never...
No, I remember.
No one knew what it was. And so we got the brief, and I remember like sitting down with my mum and just being like, this could be the funniest thing in the world or not. Like you just don't know. And after we got the role, me and my friend Adrian, and they pretty much briefed us. So like, we will give you a skeleton of each scene. So in this scene, Jemay gets her poster for the 40-hour famine.
Yeah.
And she's going to get upset and you're just going to have to try and comfort her. And that would be it. And then Matt Saville, who directed it, who was just he was heaven, would just be like, okay, cool. And we just keep rolling. And Chris would stay in character the whole time. Like, I didn't meet Chris as Chris.
Yeah.
Until the rap party. And it was so weird.
Oh.
I was like, we were like playing pool or something. It was like... And I just remember being like, who's this man? Like, I was like, because I just had, like, I really bonded with Jemay. Like, even like.
It's like you'd lost a friend.
Yeah, like, literally.
And a leader.
Yeah, and even like, we'd have lunch, like, sitting around with, go to get catering or whatever, and he would like, she would be kind of like in character. She'd be like, oh my God, like look at those extras. And like, she'd just like, so it was just so fun.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
your timing is so good in that clip.
A lot of stuff that I'm sure that definitely didn't make it. We'd go too far, but like it was so fun. And Chris loved trying to make us laugh, which was really like, there were a few times where I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to work again, just because we were laughing so much. Like there was this one scene where he was like, Jemay was having this like full breakdown. I have such a clear memory of it. And we're all kind of gathered around her, and I kept passing her a tissue and she kept grabbing it, but her hand was like in the blanket, so she was like grabbing it with the blanket and she kept like touching, like just like she's just like, yeah, it was really.
I love it that you're still referring to her as she.
Because it's really scrambled in my brain. No, she like fully Mrs. Doubtfired me, but it was like so great.
And how long were you on the shoot for?
I can't remember.
But it was like time off school?
Yeah, but I'd already done Hating Alison Ashley.
Oh.
So, and my school was like a very artsy school, so there were a few kids that had been on TV shows, and I just felt like the coolest kid ever.
And when the show came out, surely people were...
Yeah.
My God.
It was like really exciting. And I remember, I think I must have been like in year 10 or 11, because a group of my friends that were like year 12s, they were going on schoolies just after we finished shooting. And I like went up to meet them, even though I couldn't go to any bars or anything because I was underage. But I was like, I've earned money. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I just felt like the coolest kid ever. But it was when we started shooting. It was after the first day that I was like, oh, this show is gonna be really good. Like this is gonna be really amazing. He's amazing. This is like, it was truly, and it's what inspired me to like write my own stuff as well. Like just seeing someone like be so funny and so silly and so just like making such bold swings. Just in a show that they've like written and created themselves.
I remember seeing it and
it was so inspiring.
Ringing people to tell them that they had to watch it, and you could feel it sort of going viral, which wasn't even viral, wasn't even a was it pre? It was like, I remember it coming out like in the early days of like Facebook and stuff like that.
It would have been like. It was like it was like there was not much social media, and I remember it was Pat Mullen's character, you know, the woman that rolls.
Yeah.
It was her reading her scenes. I was like, that's what got me. I was like, the fact that she died in the end.
Oh, and it was
like,
it was so moving.
Perfect.
It was you genuinely got caught up in it emotionally.
It was the most beautiful thing. And
so just side segue to Hating Alison Ashley. I presume, of course, you've watched Eurovision.
I didn't.
Oh my goodness, you are in for a treat.
I've been working. I've been busy, but I really have to. I've seen clips. I've saw online clips. Yeah. It's pretty magnificent.
It's really she's serving next level diva goddess. Yeah,
she's kind of hit like, I feel like she's hit as like Celine stride. Like I'm like,
it's very Celine.
Like, I can see like where you're going. Like she's going to be Australia's Celine. She kind of already is, but just like her gown and it's just the vibe.
Yeah, it's
Did
Celine.
She third? Is
it's
that right?
Fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, and to be honest, I feel like it was the public vote that let her down, but I just feel like they're not going to vote for Australia because we're not Europe. And you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, it's
what are we doing?
That we go.
Yeah, it is crazy, but it was worth it just for her to serve true peak Vegas Celine.
Full diva.
Now we have another clip that we have because we got sent in a question about it is, of course, from the Newsreader season 3.
Best show ever.
Episode
I wonder who created that.
We've skipped over a bazillion things, but I'm just conscious of the time. So we're just going to play, we can just play like 30 seconds of this because basically this is not even from the show. This is from a social media extra. So Maria, of course, played makeup artist Cheryl, and in season 3 she got married to cameraman, played by Reese Mitchell, played by Maria's real life great friend. And this is like the faux wedding video.
It's so real.
So real.
So nuts. Love that. Rent a Dad. He was so sweet.
People really think that he might have been your dad.
Yeah.
I suppose we did cast Reese as real dad.
The Siggy.
I know.
That's my sister in real life.
Cheryl, Brian.
Oh, stunning.
Mark Mitchell, Australian television icon.
Oh my God. I loved that woman.
I just love how much you can tell Cheryl is having a pretty conflicted time at this wedding.
Yeah, she's deeply stressed. She's kind of happy, but it's a lot of pressure.
So we do have a question that was sent in.
Look at my teeth.
I know, so great.
Sorry.
You did. I love you. The thing about it is she looks ridiculous, but also really good.
Yeah,
like it's
I remember because I was shooting Birthright when you were shooting season 3, and so I had to kind of squeeze in at the end to get all my stuff.
Actually, that was hilarious because Maria did have Birthright, which was in Perth and was consuming pretty much our entire shoot date, and it would have probably made much more sense for the production if it's like, look, it's right at the end, and also Reese was in America or something like that, but we were determined to make this happen. And then it meant that this wedding was like the very last thing that we shot on Newsreader, like ever, which was actually terrifying because it had to be outdoors and it meant that we had no way to do proper wet weather cover or anything like that. But with the determination to get
it was amazing. And I remember Gypsy being like I had a
costume designer who
Gypsy
created
Taylor,
that.
yes. Costume designer, amazing costume designer for the Newsreader. She'd done my measurements before I went away to shoot Birthright, and she was like, "We're just going to make the dress. We're not going to have time for fittings, so we'll just make it, and then when you come back, we'll just put you in it and we'll shoot." And I was like, "Okay, great." And when I put it on for the first time, she was like, "I was so worried. This dress is so big. Like I couldn't even get out my trailer door in it." And she was like, "I was just so worried it would swallow you up." And then she was like, "But strangely, it looks really nice."
Yeah, you
and
sell
it's
it.
Like I do look like a pavlova, but like I look like a cute one. Like it works.
Yeah, yes, yeah. There's like a bridal Barbie kind of thing about it, but yeah, weirdly, the amazing thing about it is your facial features still completely cut through it.
I got big features. I got a big eyes, big nose, big mouth, and I think it works.
It totally works.
Yeah.
There's what can't you wear is the question.
I actually like to think I can wear anything.
Is there any colour that doesn't?
Similar to my age dysphoria, I think I've got style dysphoria. Like I have, if I'm in a fitting for a TV show and they've got like racks of clothes and shoes in all different sizes, I'm like, I can make all of this work. Like I've squeezed my foot into like a tiny shoe. And it just, I don't know.
Celine Dion has a quote about that, I'm sure, yes. When a woman decides she wants a shoe, she makes the shoe work. Doesn't matter what size.
I have that. I think I like to think I can make anything work.
You do.
Which is probably completely delusional, but I'm holding on to that.
Do you know what I would love it if there was some sort of like reality TV show where you were presented with a whole lot of unworkable clothes and it's like, can she still pull it off? Can she make this? Can she sell this outfit? I'd back you.
Yeah.
If there was an Australian Idol of dress styling idol.
Maybe it's the actor in me because I'm always like, I can make this scene work. Even if it's like really weirdly written, I'm like, I'll find the motivation. I'll find and maybe it's a similar thing. I'm like, I can.
It's not, well, I mean, a lot of it's confidence, right? A lot of it's like, you can't let the clothes wear you.
Half delusion. Which is like what every artist has to have, and I think I've got a really good mix of it.
Yeah, you need.
Yeah.
Because I always.
Yeah, you've got to kind of build a castle in the sky, but then make sure you can like climb a ladder to it.
It was interesting in the recent the John F. Kennedy Jr. Carol and Bessette.
Oh yeah, the love story.
Yeah, because they cast someone that looked pretty like really identical to him.
He's so hot, that actor.
Yes, but. See, JFK Jr. sometimes did, like, he loved a backwards cap and a weird thing like that.
Yeah.
But even though the guy was identical, he couldn't quite sell the clothes in the same way. Weirdly, he was wearing the exact replicas and he looked the same, but for some reason those clothes wore him as opposed to the other way around. I think it's just innate confidence. Yeah, believe it.
He's a real, like, I've seen some interviews with him and he seems like a real, like, sweetie pie, like, Canadian, like, cutie patootie.
Yeah.
So I think, like, maybe he was just not.
Yeah.
Because I do actually think, like, the concept of being overdressed is not real.
Yeah.
You can never be overdressed if you own it.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe what it is.
I mean, it's definitely. Unfortunately, I think I'm the opposite. I think you can sniff my lack of.
But do you feel like you're like cosplaying? Do you feel a bit like?
Yes.
You own it.
it depends.
It depends how many drinks you've had.
Yeah, that helps. That helps. And also day to day, like you're in the M category of like day to day, like you've really thought, who am I today? What's happening here? Whereas I am like, I put on a functional black hoodie and some runners and I'm just heading out the house.
Chic. That's kind of cool. Like I think people that have like a bit of a uniform, I think that's cool as well.
If only.
They get more done.
Erin has asked, I think we've sort of answered this, but anyway, she's asked, is there a special filming memory from the Newsreader that we love, especially in relation to Cheryl scenes? Well, I mean, it's hard to go past that one.
I mean, there's so many. It's truly like, and I'm not just saying this because you're interviewing me. It's truly like been such a gift of a job. Like it was one of the best experiences of my life. Like I've just like loved shooting the show. I loved the story, the attention to detail, the aesthetics, but then all the people. Like it was just like crazy.
It was so fun.
It was kind of a fluke. I feel like that it's very rare that you have a show that is like everyone's great, cast and crew, and you love what you're making and it's good. Sometimes you have these amazing experiences and then the show comes out and you're like, oh. But this is like it's a really good show that I'm really proud of. So I don't know. There's so many experiences. I think definitely the wedding because I feel like I've told this story a few times before, but Michael and Joe, the producer, and Emma Freeman, the director, you all suggested that I use my real family and friends as extras. So that was just really fun. And same Reese, his family and friends were there. So it was kind of this bizarro.
I was panicked that sometimes people think they want to be extras and then they get there and like 3 hours in, they're like, what have I done?
Really
but
boring.
I have to say they were amazing.
My family and friends had the best time ever.
Yeah.
I was worried too. I was like, there was a moment before where Reese and I were like, have we made a bad decision? Like, is this really stressful? Because it feels like we were like hosting a party, but we were also working. It was like really weird. But everyone had a great time. Everyone like had, and also it's like, it's such a fun set and I love being on set and it was so nice, like people getting to see what I love and what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister who's like an archaeologist, like hates
That's
her
amazing,
photo
by the
being
way.
taken. Was a bit like
really because she looks so cool.
Yeah, she's very cool, but like I think they put like a fake piece of permed hair on top of her. And she was like, fuck you, you've done me so dirty. Yeah. She still had a great time. Yeah.
And it was the last couple of days of the whole shoot ever, so it was very festive.
Fun.
I remember.
Yeah.
I used to love, because Cheryl got to be in the studios and the offices, which is kind of where you wanted to be. But I always particularly loved it if we got a chance to get you out of those spaces. And there was one time where you went round to see Mark Downey. And
Actually, I think that was one of my favourite scenes.
Yeah, it was Mark got to sort of manipulate Cheryl and basically gaslight her into oblivion.
She's like a cat with a mouse.
And it was so great. It's just the two of you having a tea. It's in season 2 and her staring at you. And it's like one of my favourite movies ever is Rebecca, where Mrs. Danvers like manipulates.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Oh, really? The Hitchcock.
Oh,
Not
amazing.
the Lily James.
Yeah, okay.
And as soon as I thought, you could do Mark Downey and Maria, and they're kind of in those roles of the manipulator and then the innocent,
great.
the lamb to the slaughter.
I literally felt like I was like this little mouse, like trying to, and she's just got this penetrating stick.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
And she, again, is the loveliest person. I mean, but there's also, we haven't even discussed Sisters, which is where we met.
Yes.
And also your entry in that show is one of my favourites of all time, because the show begins with your character, Julia, racing home to get ready for a date. And the music is the sample that Beyonce used for Crazy in Love.
Yeah.
And you're frantically getting ready. And then controversy ensued because in the show, it's just this really engaging, like Julia putting on all this stuff. And then you grab like a face washer, right?
Yes. And I do like what do they call it? Like I do like a
horse bath.
A horse bath, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. I do a horse bath. I do like a face washer flannel, and I just do and like any girl in a hurry on a date would do.
But you wouldn't know it.
Did you write that?
No, that was Jono. No. But it, and I don't know whether was it scripted that, or did you just do it in the moment?
I can't remember. I know the armpits were scripted, but I don't know if like between my legs was, but I felt I really went for it.
And also it caused, like, if you were watching it on Channel 10, it was cut out.
Was it?
Yeah, no, famously.
Did Netflix keep it in?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So it ended up in this bizarre situation where it was like too hot for Channel 10, but Netflix was okay.
Hot. It wasn't a sexual thing. It was like, I was literally like,
It
Like, it
wasn't
was so
in any
practical.
way explicit, and it was a really interesting moment because it was like, and it was fought, as you can imagine, like producer Imogen Banks and director Emma Freeman, they put up a fight. But also, it's like, wow. So it's just even the inference of like female biology is not showing it, but just even knowing that
is a
is
thing.
too much. Yeah, it was a really fascinating
I felt
moment.
like there was a bit of a like confusion with that show. I feel like we went so kind of real, and I don't even want to say gritty because it makes it sound like we were like, but it was just very honest.
Yeah,
And I
totally. It
think
was frank.
I think like the commercial world,
And it
was a
wasn't
bit
like airbrushed. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It really found the right home on Netflix. That's where
Yes.
people really thrived on it because, well, it had the fanny white scene.
I remember we did like a promo photo shoot. I think it was for Channel 10 or for something. It was when it was just coming out. And it was like all the publicity people that clearly hadn't seen the show. And they were doing this photo shoot and we were all kind of lying there, me, Lucy Durack and Antonia Preble. And the photographer's going, come on, sexy, summer, fun. And I was like, the show
God.
is like
This is
winter,
so
tragedy,
winter. Op shop.
sex.
Yeah.
It's like so not like summer and fun. And I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Also, Lucy Durack does this thing that's amazing in photo shoots. She goes,
Does she?
to keep like her.
I am never going to be able to look at a photo of her again the same way.
I know.
I've been to things with her where but normally, of course, they say, get that man away from you. So they get a photograph of Lucy, but to know.
Are you talking about like a red carpet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry, yes. Yeah, because she's so gorgeous. And if for some reason, well, like if her husband needs to look after the kids, sometimes I'm on the Lucy Durack list to get a call. I can be. I have been. And yes, I pretty quickly, I mean, it happens with them too. They pretty quickly go, could we just get that guy out of there? But to know that's a good tip.
Yeah, it's really
And so what does it do?
I think it just keeps your face tight. I just have, as I was telling that story, I just have this memory of her next to me going,
amazing.
I feel like she got the tip from someone. Who was it? It was like, anyway, it's like, I feel like it's a musical theatre, like passed down secret tip. I don't know. Anyway, I've tried it a few times, but I always forget because the camera comes in front of me.
You look amazing on the red carpets.
Thanks.
So Birthright it's out today, correct?
May
This comes out tomorrow.
21st.
Yes.
Birthright is in cinemas. Please go and see it.
Are there still any more Q&As? No, you've done your last
All
one.
the Q&As are done. I think actually the director-writer, amazing Zoe Pepper, might be doing a few around. She's incredible, a genius. This is her first feature film. She comes from theatre. She's a genius, and I'm so excited for what she's doing next.
And it has come off an absolute slew of festivals, starting with Tribeca in New York last year,
that was
which
a
would have
really
been
fun
amazing.
premiere.
Madonna's there this year, did you see? And moving on to Sydney, that's where I was lucky enough to see it. And for which you won Audience Award runner-up, Sydney Film Festival 2025.
Yeah.
And then it's been in Melbourne, it's been all over the place, but is now open to the ticket buying public.
Yes, it is. And it feels, it's a really cool Australian film, and I know Australian films don't always do great in the box office in Australia. I feel like we love seeing international films as an Australian audience, but I really want people to see it to feel really proud of the kind of film that it is. It's really bold. It's a genre piece, really. Like it feels really kind of heightened, like some kind of fable. It's really fun and it's really wild.
And Maria is fabulous in it.
Thank you.
One thing I really loved about it was it does sort of go into there's so much tension between you and you really need to be on board with these characters who are not always virtuous, put it that way.
They're like I think that's the genius of Zoe's writing is like every character you love and you hate. Like they're kind of like
well, also your
and
performance.
awful.
Like I remember it began and I was like, oh yeah, no, I want I want justice.
Great. Yeah, look, Jasmine was like a dream character to play. Like, yeah, she's kind of like, awful and like lovable and sneaky and she's fucked. I love her.
So go check it out. And then also, are you able to say what you're working on now?
I don't know. I'm like,
it's in Queensland.
Yeah, I'm shooting up in Queensland. It's going to be really fun. It's like a little bit of true crime, and I think
very popular genre right now.
I think it'll be a fun
Your first
watch.
foray into the world of true crime?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, hang on, no,
Wait.
The Clearing. Were you in that? No.
Oh, for a second.
Yeah.
But this is, Anyway, I think it'll be good.
All right, and you can see Birthright in cinemas released today all around the country.
Amazing. Thank you.
If you're not a subscriber to Emsolation Extra, here's what you're missing.
So joining us now live down the line, I sound like an FM radio person.
Wow.
Is the diseased... listen to it. Emrosiano. And also...
So sorry.
We've just done...
Don't make her laugh.
I've just done 25 minutes solid of just talking about divas. That's all I've done. But I do want to let you know, in a brief segue from diva discussion into just general camp, the first screenings happened of Masters of the Universe, and the response was actually great. People were saying this is really fun and it captures the spirit and it's good. And if you thought the trailer looked shit, just brace yourself.
I didn't.
Who said the trailer looked shit?
It got shit canned. That trailer. But I think because it was just bright and camp. And yeah.
It was created to sell toys.
Have people met He-Man?
I know,
It's
exactly.
like, if you're expecting some searing explanation of interstellar life, cross-cultural, it is camp as tits. And that's all we want. All the true Masters of the Universe fans want is campery.
That's right.
And muscles. And I saw the premiere photos, and I think that they could have. I don't like the way they're styling old mate who's playing He-Man.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
Galatzine, who, by the way, we are 1 degree removed from because the co-star of Adrian's film, Stacey Clausen, just finished shooting a film on the Gold Coast with He-Man himself, Nicholas Galatzine. So, anyway,
that's
so good.
I'm so primed.
But that's not what you have been watching. In fact, you've been watching something which you've termed as straight heated rivalry.
Yeah, it's hetero heated rivalry.
Oh no!
It's so good. I'm obsessed. The girls have read all the books.
We saved the best stuff for Emsolation Extra. So if you want to hear or even better watch what happened next, just click the link in our episode description or visit emsolation.supercast.com and join. Instantly, you'll have access to a world of bonus eps and other treats, all accessible through the podcast app that you are currently listening on right now. And on our extra tier, you can also watch and stream the video episode of what you just heard and our exclusive sealed section episode back to back every week via the Supercast website for just $2.50 a week on our yearly plan. Join Extra or Extra and get 2 bonus episodes every week, plus close friends access on Instagram, pre-sales ticket priority, and merch discounts and one-off exclusives. Find out more. Click the link in the episode description or go to emsolation.supercast.com now. Emsolation with Em Rossiano is recorded at Down the Hill Studios. Hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley. Produced by Em Rossiano. Filmed and edited by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rossiano and Marcella Rossiano Barrow. With assistance from Jem Evans and Isabella Hines. You'll find links to get more Emsolation on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we can't wait to chat with you again soon.